Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Danny's Green Surface Cleaning. Let's take a look at today's project. Well, as you can see, got a nice project for you today. I'm going to start off on that high point there, kind of work my way down, try to move that water and debris towards where the water's naturally going to drain. And then I'm going to hit this concrete area, basketball court, get that all cleaned up. So sit back, relax, enough of me yapping, time to get to work. Okay, I know what some of you are all thinking. Why didn't I edge the pavers or edge the patio? I'm going to. I'm just seeing what I can get kind of brought up a little bit first with the power washer, because sometimes there's a lot of dirt in there and my tiny little battery powered weed whacker can only do so much. So I'm loosening that up first. Once I rinse it down before I do the post treatment, I'll bring out a little ledger and see if I can make that look better. So don't worry, I'm gonna get to it. Looking pretty good so far, just making a huge mess. All right, so there's a lot of debris here and a lot of moisture. So I'm gonna let this drain. It's like it's draining into the little drain holes there. Let that drain a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse some of this loose debris out, rinse out the house before I start. And maybe by then this will have drained a little bit more. I'll scoop that up and then I'll start working on this area. Just thought I'd let you know, if you can hear the sounds of screaming children, well, there's a school right behind, so I assume they're having fun. Sounds like they're having fun. Anyway, in case you were wondering. That area there needs to drain quite a bit. All this water here. I am going to get my edger out, see if I can do something to that. And this is a very, very slow drain. So I'm going to cut the machine off and try working on cleaning this up a little bit. Give this area opportunity to drain out, and then I'll get back to washing this other section. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse all the heavy debris or the light debris that's on top of. I'm gonna go and rinse this down, and then I'll bring out the surface scrubber while this continues to drain. My plan is to sweep it all that direction because it drains much better over there. It's definitely a low point, but there's a little bit of a heap, so it might be somewhat of a challenge, but we'll get her done. Yeah, a little bit of a drain issue, but not going to do much about it. Work around it as best I can. All right, time to get the surface cleaner and really hit this for reals. All right, well, obviously I have a major problem. The water doesn't want to go anywhere, and poor drainage, bad drainage, lack thereof drainage can really turn a small project into a much bigger one. So I'm going to try working on this, see if I can move this water somewhere. Worst case scenario, out of my control. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to give it my best effort. Attempt to fix the drain. This doesn't seem to be draining at all. Sometimes a good blast of pressure will move things around. Success. All right, just blasting it out a little bit. We got a down spout port right there. I don't know if you can see that. I can see the water flowing. See that water? It's flowing through now. Oh yeah. Phew. Okay. Now I can get back to work. Real work. All right, so while the treatment treats, then I'm gonna try put an edge on this here. I know I'm kind of doing it backwards, but we'll see if this works. See if this little battery powered guy does what it needs to do. You know, there are certain things that you just stick to as a professional. Stick to what you're good at. Edging is not one of them. So, well, I'm gonna do the best I can. Don't judge me. I'm a pressure washer guy, not a landscaper. Definitely not my finest work when it comes to edging, but it looks better. So once I rinse it down, it'll look even better. Kind of saved you from some of the cringe-worthy work I just did. Sorry about that if you're wanted to see that. But time to do a final rinse, and yeah, it's looking good. All right, all wrapped up. Let's take a look. All right, well, that's a wrap. So I certainly hope you like this video. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. On this one, yeah, the drainage was a little bit of a problem, but as you can see, I was able to fix that up a little bit and get all that stuff to drain. So turned out pretty good. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Danny's Green Surface Cleaning. It's a beautiful day.